All right, last time we left off, we stopped at a gas station to resupply. We got some water, some Monster Energy, donut, got a piece of pizza. God, it was $16. Can you believe that? It was, sheesh, a lot of money. It's 1:30, about 1:30 now. So we got off a little bit quicker than we did last time. You can tell we got a cold northwest wind coming because it's about 25 degrees right now. It's noticeably colder today, and with that wind chill, it even feels colder. For WMA land, this has got a really nice trail here. Coming up to the Raccoon River here. It's late November and you can see to already have ice forming. I was trying to see if there's a nice sandbank we could camp on. In the winter time, we really don't have as much time for hiking. It's more about surviving the night comfortably. So we gotta kind of find a place quick. I thought camping down here would be pretty awesome, but I'm gonna not do it. Last night we found that camp spot really quick, and we were only like a quarter mile from the parking lot. I usually don't like to camp that close to a parking lot, but the spot was just too good to pass up. We can't walk too far out here with this much weight. I have a 2 o'clock rule. I need to find somewhere to camp by 2. Oh, I'm sucking air hard, climbing this hill with this heavy backpack. We just finished climbing the tallest hill I could find out here. Oh, jeez. A lot of good firewood, a lot of good places up here. We're basically at the top. Oh, I feel low on energy. Being sick and charging up that hill and this heavy backpack. We're probably a mile from the parking lot, so that's pretty far walk for winter camping. I'm gonna unpack my bag. We're gonna clear a spot, get this set up. You guys ever clear a spot and then the second you get done with it, you're like, wait, I think that about 5 meters to the right, it actually looks more flat. I'm not gonna clear a new spot. We're gonna go with this. It's totally fine. All right, we're gonna get the tent out next. Always nice getting it up on the first try. Okay, let me show you a look around the tent and the campsite. This is the tent. Looking pretty good. This is the campsite. We got a big old valley below us. That's where all the cool air is gonna go. Sunset is to the west this way. So if there was a sunset, we'd get a bit of one. And I'll show you a look inside the tent next. Okay, here's the tent. Going in. Our bag is right here to the left to stay organized. Cutting equipment. Here's some of our stuff, sacks, and a bottle of water. This is a little off center, so we're gonna... Ooh, that's really hard to move though, so it might just stay where it is. All right, time to get the stove out. Takes a little bit of practice getting these set up correctly, and even when you do everything right, you still get burn holes in your tent. I mean, this is just from last night. These micro tears. And I mean, that chimney you would think should be plenty big, so it's whatever. I think there's a defect in that spark arrestor up there. Because in my opinion, I really shouldn't be getting these burns. I'm looking to see if there's any more. I don't see any. I'm gonna repair that right now to see if I have a patch kit. Okay, that is the complete setup. It's gonna be similar to last night. It's gonna be about a low of 15 Fahrenheit. So we're gonna need to get some wood, get prepped. It's a good thing for us. There's plenty of dead wood on the ground. And it looks like there's a lot of this stuff is pretty solid and dry, especially this. We'll probably start with this, I imagine. Even though it does look a little rotted, so I might pass. On second thought, I might pass. I'm gonna start getting some firewood ready. Looks kind of cool. It's like a random hot tent out here. I found in my experience a lot of times wood on these slopes, any wood on a slope is usually drier because obviously the water runs downhill. Just trying to see if I can find anything that's really good for this hut tent. Camping in particular. I'm talking about solid hardwood. Kind of like this, actually. Yeah, exactly like this. It's kind of exactly what I'm looking for. It doesn't look rotted. Still looks solid. And there's a lot of it. So, that's what we're gonna take. You're gonna need the saw. pretty happy with the progress we've been making so far. The time is about 4:30 and sunset's already here again. Gosh, it feels like it came quick. These winter nights get really long. This second day, I'm feeling a little bit more tired. Even though I did get that pit stop, feel a little bit run down from that cold. Still recovering from that. I got a lot of work done. See all that? That's a lot of wood. I've earned a slight little break here. Slight little break. Alright, can you sit down and watch this sunset for a second? I'm pretty kind of dizzy too. If I was smart, I probably wouldn't rest too long. It might be a good idea to get a little bit more wood ready. Just a tad bit. I'm fairly positive I have near enough. Been up since 7:30. I feel kind of tired. That's the sunset over there. It's under 32 degrees. It's probably like 25 degrees right now. Not too bad of a wind, thankfully, or it would be a lot colder than we are right now. I think I'm going to do a little bit of exploring tomorrow. Probably do some exploring, walking around, checking things out. That's not great, is it? There's always something failing out here. You can count on that. That's why whenever you buy gear for yourself, make sure not to buy it all at once, because you don't want it to fail all at once either. I'd make a kind of a major purchase once a year maybe. That way you don't waste all your money. So it all breaks at once. Even though that is just paracord, but it still holds true. This hot tent is ready to go, by all means. I'm just gonna spend the last minutes of twilight kind of twiddling around and getting a little bit more firewood ready. And then I'll be in that tent laying down. I'm basically just hanging out, listening to the coyotes with some of the last minutes of light left. I just grinded out even more wood. So I think I'm pretty set. I shouldn't have to do any more cutting whatsoever the rest of the night or tomorrow. The coyotes aren't too far away. They're up the river somewhere. It's well below freezing out here. I just checked the temperature. It's 23 degrees Fahrenheit. We're about -5 Celsius, somewhere in there. I honestly don't know. I apologize. I know it's annoying having to use that Celsius to Fahrenheit converter, but it is about 23 degrees, slight wind, so it feels like 19. Regardless, I feel pretty warm sitting on this log. I'm not that cold just sitting here. I think I've just been working so hard out here that I kind of worked up a sweat, but they're still howling like crazy. Alright folks, I know you can't see me very well, but you can see a little bit of light behind me. That's the last of it. It's 5:25. At 5:30, I'm getting into that tent and we're starting it up. And we're gonna get some hot cocoa going. We're in the tent. Fire's going good, so I think you all know what time it is. Time to crack a monster. It's about 6 in the p.m. Ooh, that was good. Oh. 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 Ooh. That is good. Wow. That is delicious. It's ice cold. Ooh. Cheers. Cheers, folks. I'm gonna enjoy this. I will catch y'all in a few. It's about 7 o'clock now. A couple hours have gone by since I last updated you. I'm just exhausted. I'm tired. I don't feel that great. I'm still recovering from that flu cold. And I can definitely feel it kind of coming on in this second night camping out here. I think I'm gonna be alright. Tomorrow I'm just gonna relax and take it easy and rest. So that's my plans. I'm gonna get some food on soon. Gotta keep up the strength. Gotta keep eating. Gotta get some fuel in me. I don't have my sleeping pad laid out yet. Gotta get that blown up here, so that way I can really get settled in for the night. I'm gonna get some hot cocoa and some food started here. Not so sure what's so different tonight with the wood here, but just lasting a lot longer. We got enough wood here. We could last 2 or 3 nights at this rate. I'm actually hot. Like, I'm hot. I'm actually really warm right now. I gotta take this sweater off. Not sure why tonight's so different. It's really warm in here. I mean, I could do studying, I could do work. It's really that toasty in here. So I'm about to start throwing some burgers on. We're gonna have some burgers tonight. All right, folks, I'm ready for this sandwich. I have a bit of a headache, tired. Oh, just feeling a little run down, to be honest with you. I was gonna do 3 nights, but yeah, I'll make it through tonight, but time to rest tomorrow. Anyways, I'm gonna dig into this because I could really use the fuel, and I'll catch y'all in a few. Took an aspirin and I finished my sandwich, and I also took a big drink of water. So I'm hoping to start feeling a little bit better here soon. I have one more sandwich left to make and some mac and cheese in my bag still. All right, we finally have it boiling, so we're gonna make some Cocoa Classics, French, vanilla, and chocolate cocoa mix. All right, guys, time for some cocos. That's good. Cheers. Hot, so I gotta be slow, but it's good. I think my plans are for Saturday, which is tomorrow, I'm gonna stay home, relax, and just kind of work on some stuff. And then Sunday, I gotta help my sister move, so I have to drive all the way to Ogona, which is quite a ways for me, and I'll be helping her move all day long, which I just got done moving myself, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Not really looking forward to that, but that's what a brother does. That is what a brother does. So I've got to help her. Ooh, heartburn. So having a little bit of difficulty with my previous rental management company. They have withheld my security deposit for literally no reason. So I'm not too happy about that. And I really don't know what I should do. My security deposit was $400, and is that worth going to small claims court over? I've never been to small claims court, so I don't even really know how to go about that. So I've kind of been doing a little bit of research on the process, and it seems to be a lot of work. But for $400, it might be worth it. Would you guys do it? Let me know in the comments, because I would really be interested to know what you guys would do. It's $400. I have video evidence of the final walkthrough. It looked immaculate, like the Taj Mahal. It looked perfect. And they're claiming cleaning fees and blind replacement. So I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. It looks like I might be taking them to court, but I'd love to know what you guys would do. We have got that cherry glowing. Wow, look at that. That thing is putting out some heat. I opened this tent up here to the outside because it's gonna start smoking like crazy in here. And it got cold like instantly. Ooh, instantly. Cheers, folks. I actually can't believe how quickly the time's gone. It's 9:30. It's 20 degrees Fahrenheit outside. It's gonna drop to 15 degrees at the lowest. Around 1 a.m. it will reach 15. We're just gonna keep hanging out, relaxing, and I'll probably be up for a while. It'll probably be a bit later tonight. It's 9:45 and this thing has been putting out heat all night long. We're definitely not complaining about heat tonight. It's probably more warm and consistently warm than I've ever hot tented before. And it's been pretty enjoyable in here, actually. Like, this is the first time I've ever really hot tented. I was like, wow, I am just warm. Just warm the whole time. There's no hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. It's just been consistent. Super consistent. I can remember the first time I ever went hot tent camping. I was with my brother, and we hiked about, I don't know, 2 miles into the woods, 2 or 3 miles, and we found this location by the river, and there was no real good spot, but we found a spot, we made it work, and I was really still pretty inexperienced. Like, my first time doing it, and we get the tent set up, and what happens is I had a friend with me. He wasn't staying the night, but he was with me, and he tripped on one of the guy lines, and it snapped the the chimney in half. Basically, it chinked it really bad, and so it could barely stay upright, but it was standing upright still. And so I, tried to fix it and half-ass fixed it, and anyways, my friend leaves, and my brother and I were continuing to hot tent, and we're just having a tough time getting this stove going. It just doesn't want to go, and it's off and on heat the whole night. But basically, we finally kind of get it going, and we start getting some heat, and it's feeling good. And I can't quit messing with the stove. The chimney, because it just was bothering me so bad, because it was just kinked so bad, and it just kept, every single time the wind blew, I thought that chimney was gonna just topple. And what ended up happening is, it's probably about 2 in the morning, and I messed with it for so much that it finally broke in half, and it fell on top of the tent.
And my brother and I, we start scrambling to get this thing off the tent. And finally, like, I go outside the tent, I throw it off. I basically finish it. I just rip it off, and I get it off my tent. And now I got this pipe sticking out of my tent that's like ripped in half. And what ends up happening is my brother and I, we just used it like that, and I end up going to sleep eventually because, disaster averted, and we're basically just ruined our pipe anyways, but it's still kind of working. But my brother wakes up in the middle of the night and he can't get back to sleep because he's cold. And he tries to get the stove going, but he can't because he doesn't know where I put the lighter. Finally, like an hour later, I wake up and he's like, "Hey, you awake?" I was like, yeah, I'm awake. He's like, "Can you get the stove going? I'm freezing in here." And I was like, yeah, I'll get it going. And well, I can't get it going. And I end up just, giving him one of my blankets or something and just saying like, "Here, try this, and we'll worry about it in the morning." And he he basically stays up another hour and does get the stove going, and he finally gets maybe one more hour of sleep. And it's just a night and day difference between this experience and my first one. It's just kind of funny thinking about. It's about 11:09 p.m. so I'm gonna be thinking about actually getting a pad rolled out here. I don't even have the sleeping pad rolled out, so I need to get that blown up. I'll probably do that now. Get ready to kind of start laying down here. It's 11:30 at night. It's like 15 degrees out Fahrenheit. Oh, it's cold. It's cool watching that go out. All right, guys, it's 11:57, almost midnight. It's 17 degrees, and I think I'm just gonna lay down. All right, guys, time to dig into some of this oatmeal here. Wow. It's actually great. I got this oatmeal from Walmart. It's this high protein oatmeal. It costs not that much more than the regular, but it's got protein in it to keep you fuller, combined with the carbs. I think it's a really great choice for camping and just overall healthy food. Yeah, this stuff's great. 200 calories, good carbs, good protein, good macronutrients. I'm gonna dig in, enjoy. I'll catch y'all in a few. Cheers. I'm gonna be thinking about probably packing up, getting out of here. Got a good amount of firewood still left. Almost all of that's still usable in the stove. And that's still more firewood than I've had on entire nights. In particular, that blizzard camping video. That is more firewood right there in that little pile than I had to last that entire night. Yeah, that was a horrible night. Looking forward to this. Despite there being really low temperatures out here, below 20 degrees Fahrenheit, which is well below freezing, I've remained very comfortable, extraordinarily comfortable. In fact, it's probably one of the most comfortable winter camping trips I've ever had. I mean, everything went fairly flawlessly. My tent's worse for wear, but it gets a little bit worse every time you go camping. Gonna have to throw this inner mesh in the in the wash too. I'm not gonna go camping again tonight. I have to help my sister pack tomorrow, and it's already almost like noon. I mean, it's already almost noon. I'm still here in this spot, and I'm still cooking. I want some French vanilla. It's like, come on, I gotta go, but gotta get some. Feeling a little bit better. We're gonna enjoy this bacon next. Burning clear right now. Means it's burning hot. Doing some dishes quick. I'm gonna boil that water up, and hopefully it'll clean my silverware out and that bowl out a little bit. Whoa, I've never seen this happen before. Let this be a lesson for you guys. Don't repeat my mistake, okay? Don't repeat it. I had this Nalgene bottle laying right here within 6 inches of the stove. That thing is toast. That is completely toast. Never seen that happen before. I didn't know that was a thing. There goes one of my Nalgenes. Oh well. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I usually only try to have these in the morning, but in the evening. But this is really hitting the spot right now. It's a chocolate supreme cocoa mix. We're gonna be packing up soon. I only got 2 pieces of bacon left, and basically washing them out. We're gonna call it a camping trip. That's probably been boiling just about long enough. It's 12 o'clock and I can hear a tornado siren in the distance. Fun fact, those actually used to be sirens for a nuclear bomb coming. That's what they were originally installed for back in the day. You can't really hear it. I can barely hear it. It's pretty far away. We're gonna get this chimney stack down. The stove finally died down, so let's get this tent out. It's way colder outside this tent.
right, guys, it's all packed up. Let's get this backpack on. All right, guys, that was actually a decent amount of work. I'll show you the end result. We're gonna scatter these leaves and get out of here. This was actually one of my more favorite camping spots I've ever found. We may come back here someday. Decided to do some exploring before I went home, and I found this really pretty creek here. I was looking for arrowheads down there, but I couldn't find any. I've been exploring a little bit out on this hike. These GoPro batteries keep dying every time I try to film. Just trying to find some decent camp spots. There's this big grassy plain. Something like that in theory you'd think is great for camping, but in my experience, when you're exposed to the open elements like that, it can get pretty cold. This is picturesque. Maybe I'll find my arrowhead I've been looking for. Okay, I found a really good camp spot here. I like this spot. That soft ground to lay on. This here as well is an absolutely gorgeous camp spot. Pretty much this whole beach. Oh yeah, there's some scavenged bones. Oh wow, we got a bunch of these sponge ball mushrooms. I've been hiking for a while now and my phone died, so I don't have a GPS. I'm like kind of wondering, like, where am I? I thought I knew where I was going, but if I actually do get lost, it's a good thing I have all the equipment I need to make it through the night. Or else I'd be a really uncomfortable night in the woods. There seems to be a well-defined path here, so let's just keep following it. Gosh, that's a really gorgeous view. The river. Oh, I remember this. I remember this. Yesterday on the way up, I wanted to get a better view of right here. So I went this way, but I took a left. And I snaked that way and then up this ridge. I'm getting close. I know where I'm at now. We're almost out of here. I can see the road. We made it. Well, folks, that was another one in the books. Another 2 nights camping in the books, below 20 degrees Fahrenheit, well below freezing. My back is killing me. I'm telling you what, guys, if you want to do this type of stuff, please be in decent physical shape or you're just gonna get beat down out there. I am still beat down. Like, it was a heavy backpack. It had to have been 30-40 pounds. I don't know, it was really heavy with all the water I had to carry. I actually had to take that backpack to get it repaired. Some of the straps were tearing, so luckily I got through this trip with it, but we're gonna make a couple of adjustments. My GoPro batteries keep dying because of the cold, so before they die again, I'm gonna go to the dollar store and we're gonna get some refreshments.
Neighbors, oh, people love these things. Get a bunch, a dozen.
Cheers, folks.
Ah, got the full diesel going on there. Delicious.